So, you know, I had just came into a certain type of lifestyle that I always glorified, right? This is back, you know, I don't know if your listeners are familiar with the opioid epidemic, right? There was a major opioid epidemic before the fentanyl stuff was going on, right?
Right.
It was the Oxy 80s where these pharmaceutical companies was kind of like selling prescriptions outside of their clients, you know, the people that they had, you know, actually subscriptions for. And, you know, we had ended up finding a doctor who can write us these scripts, and it changed our life overnight, right? It changed our life overnight, like to the point where, you know, I went from sleeping on my friends' couches to like, you know, having my own 8-bedroom house.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, where we come from, like, you know, we don't come from money. You know, we was poor, you know, low income people, you know, Section 8 housing, you know, food stamps, you know. So when you come into that type of money, you know, it's very exhilarating to where it's like a gravitational pull to where you can actually lose yourself and start becoming a person that you don't recognize. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's two types of like imagery when it comes to drugs, right? You got the people that use the drugs and they can see themselves. The people who don't see themselves or who don't use the drugs, they can actually see the drug addict in the phases. Like, man, you getting bad, man. Like, you know, when you first started doing this stuff, you had your teeth, and now you don't even have your teeth. Like, there's a process of how bad you look, right? Well, it's the same process of a person that's actually selling the drugs, right? Because now you know, first he gets, you know, some chains, some jewelry, right? Then comes the women, then comes the cars, the house, the clothes, you know, and then comes the artificial power, right? I call it artificial power because it's not real power. It's an artificial make-believe and illusion to make you feel like you got power, right? Because all these people, these hang-arounds, entourages, they only run because, you know, what they can benefit from you, right, with this new lifestyle. So that phase is a real phase, right?